hauntings, cryptids, the unknown. Welcome to Mystic Moon Cafe Radio.
You're listening to Mystic Moon Cafe. The views and opinions expressed by guests do not necessarily reflect those of the hosts, the network, or our sponsors.
And let me go get ready to watch.
Let's call Shelly.
We'll crash his system and then go on mine.
I know.
Oh.
See, I don't even have to ask how to spell Baraboo. I just know.
Yeah. Used to live here.
I did.
What years was that?
What's that?
What years were that?
Oh, geez. This would have been like age 1 through, what's sixth? How old are you in sixth grade? Like 12? 11, 12. Yeah. Yep, I remember going to the zoo, the Barnum, and the museum. Going
Like the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was the 80s, homie.
Oh, sorry. I meant the 90s. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, okay, that's it. I'm about to go live, so
Okay.
Are you ready? Go.
I'm ready.
Go.
Wait. Setting up.
Because we're live on Facebook.
Yep.
We are live on Facebook.
We're live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mystic Moon Cafe. Glad to have you with us tonight. We are going to have a really fun special show tonight, and I'm going to introduce this little girl. It's my new little puppers that I got a couple days ago. So she's joining us tonight too. But well, why don't we start off? Should we start off and have everybody introduce themselves, or what do you think? Ross, would you like to start off since you're in the top left-hand corner for me?
I'm Ross Allison, president and founder of the Advanced Ghost Centers of Seattle, Tacoma, owner of Spooked in Seattle tours, and author of several books.
Several. You've got 10 now.
Yeah.
A little more than several.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Michael.
Well, my name is Michael. I'm from Tennessee, living in Wisconsin, freezing up here. I've been ghost hunting since 2004. Linked up with Ross while I was in the U.S. Army, and we started ghost hunting together kind of all over. And now I've just been kind of going off, during the pandemic, helping out as best as I can with different residential hauntings and different things. And you can find a lot of my stuff at Creepshow Paranormal on Facebook and Shaker Cigar Bar, which is a YouTube series.
Awesome. And how about Canadian Mike?
My name is Canadian Mike. So call me Mike. Michael.
We can call him Canny. No,
Canny.
just kidding. just kidding.
Based out of Vancouver, been investigating for over 15 years now, part of a team called the Paranormal Road Trippers, and that's what we do. We road trip and investigate and make little episodes, do some research. You know how it is. It's good. And
Awesome.
I'm happy to be here tonight on
Glad to have you with us.
Definitely.
And Miss Becky Ray.
Hello, I am Becky Ray. I have a feeling I'm one of the older people here because I've been investigating since the 80s. And we had a discussion earlier. Some people weren't even born yet. And that blows my mind. I've been in Kansas City for a little over 20 years. And here is one of the founding members of our team, Paranormal Activity Investigators, kcghost.com. I've also written a book. I'm working on another one. And my personal website is ghostsagogo.com.
I love it. And how about the 2 handsome gentlemen from Old Baraboo Inn?
We're
Not the ones behind you, just you guys.
Well, I'm BC Farr. I owner and CEO of Old Baraboo Inn. I'm a paranormal investigator with this goddamn guy here. My brother, and he's my partner in the business. And
Awesome.
we're going to take this place to the top. But just I'm exploring my psychic ways and learning a lot from a couple mentors, and just find the paranormal just exciting as heck, you know. And the night we had here with Michael and Madison the other night was just off the charts. It was fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you for.
We can't wait to hear about it. It's like
You're gonna hear about it.
well, that's our show tonight, everyone.
We're gonna get a small building too yet. Don't worry.
Before we get too into it, let's have June introduce her little buddy, who looks like she's sound asleep.
Yes. Oh, actually, this is Fauna. I'm not really too happy with the name, but that's what she came with. But
change it.
She's a little rescue dog. Yeah, she looks like a little deer. She's a little rescue dog, and she kind of had a broken leg from some really bad mistreatment and all that other stuff. But now she's even more mistreated with her diamond collar.
She looks so abused right now.
You know, it's
so abused. Yes.
And she has horrible separation anxiety, which I found out today when I had to run into the office and thought, oh, she'll just sleep while I'm gone. And nope, that wasn't the case.
Oh, sleepy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my neighbor upstairs was like, she hasn't stopped howling since you left. So we're gonna have to find a way to help
You
with
got to
that.
introduce Nate here.
Oh yeah, we got to introduce Nate.
Okay. My name is Nate Hopwood. Obviously, I'm a partner with BC at the Old Baraboo Inn. I've been doing some investigating for, I don't know, probably 8 years now. Met BC just by coming here with my group and meeting him, and we just kind of,
awesome,
it was pretty awesome.
Really hit it off.
This place is amazing, and so ever since we just kind of a thing here, the Old Baraboo Inn.
That's awesome. So do you guys kind of live in the inn, or do you
No. No. I live out in the country. He lives out in.
I live in down by Madison.
Yeah,
and,
he's trying to move up this way, but we're gonna get him up here
in time.
Oh, cool.
But I do not live here. No, I've stayed here playing nights, but
yeah,
it's always a fill a minute. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael.
Oh yeah, I was going to tell them about the stuff you guys did for that TV show on Amazon. If you wanted to talk to them a little about the TV show that you guys did on the Baraboo Inn.
Well, yeah, that was a Travel Channel. Actually, it was Hometown Horrors, and we got a lot more coming up. I just don't know if we can spill the beans on it yet, but that was pretty damn good production. It was you know, you deal with the media, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
But that one turned out really good. Unfortunately, it just dwelled on the dark energy in the basement, and the dark energy sells, you know. But I mean,
of course, yeah.
In the basement is dark energy here. I'll admit that. But on this level, the saloon level, on the upstairs level, the brothel level, is 95% ho good energy.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
There was a interesting video that who was it?
Way to put it.
Right.
Pun intended.
Well, they actually have a woman, and it was a group that came in that did a TV show with you guys recently where they use the SIS camera, and they actually have a stick figure literally sitting on top of this guy in the bedroom. It's amazing if you haven't seen it.
That's not the only footage. This is my X-rated man right here.
I tend to get rated stuff in the brothel. The SLS camera is it's caught quite a few things, but yeah, it's definitely
that was just one footage of several many that he gets.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild place for sure, and I'm looking forward to sharing some videos with you guys here shortly. So we got a lot of good evidence to go over.
That's
well,
awesome.
we forgot to introduce too Jake and Wendy too. So.
Well, I'm just me. I'm Mystic Moon Cafe.
She is Mystic Moon Cafe.
I am. I would like. Hi. I want to say hi to Josie and everybody else in the chat room. But
Awesome.
all the way over in England, and she's up early. So
I was gonna say, somebody can't sleep, or is this waking up?
It's probably just waking up, unless she's been up all night.
3, isn't it like 3 o'clock? 3:15 there.
Yeah, they're like 8 hours ahead of us.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. Ugh, I hope she's having some good espresso, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
But so Jake.
Oh, you know me, I'm the dweeb that just like works the stuff behind the scenes here. You might have seen my other little website, ghostlyactivities.com. I wrote 3 books. That's about all I got to say. I'm ready to share videos.
He's excited.
I am.
Yeah, Jake got a sneak peek on some of the videos that I captured, so I sent it to him because he was very nice enough to do some last minute audio touch-ups on it. And yeah, I guess if you guys want to go ahead and we can start sharing now.
I was just going to say, so tonight it's like everybody, please, if you want to jump in and ask questions, everything. So this is, you know, kind of an open panel. So please feel free to ask all the questions you want. Everything, just, you know, just jump in.
Mm-hmm. And I have enabled sharing of video and audio for everyone. So you're free to share. If it's explicit, you know, just let me know so I can drop the E on that.
So you can put the bar over certain body parts.
Or I'll just go
just blur it.
If it's ghosts having sex, you're not going to see anything. So.
Well, we're not worried about the ghosts.
Haven't you seen the 2 orbs bouncing off of each other? You know, it's pretty explicit.
Ectoplasm everywhere.
Yeah, the ectoplasm everywhere.
Wendy, you told me I didn't have to wear pants, so that's
you don't have to wear pants if you don't want to.
Yeah,
but,
just you know, just keep it waist up, brother.
Yeah,
that's all.
don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Waist up.
Oh God. Okay, well, Jake.
I have a question.
Well,
oh yes.
Yeah, go for it. Canada Mike.
This is to what is the connection of Al Capone to the inn? I did at work today, in between files, I was reading a bit about the Baraboo Inn, and his name comes up. He was a regular at the inn, and allegedly a lot of EVPs have been caught of his voice. Do you know much about that stuff?
my turn here.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Al Capone was a regular here. Him and his gang hung out here. They used to patch up the shot up and beat up gangsters upstairs in the boarding house in the brothel. And it was very well known this was his bar. And
Wow.
he hung out a lot in the basement. There was like 3 different ways out. There was a tunnel here that goes over to the old brewery, actually, underneath the street. And then you come up through the bar. Otherwise, there was a trap door that you get out into the parking lot. He used to park his cars a block or 2 away. He did a lot of prostitution, a lot of gambling, a lot of moonshine running. All that stuff would happen out of here. And it was a very big area for Al, actually. And people used to hide him out here because he brought in women, he brought in alcohol, he brought in money. He was good to people's kids, you know. So everybody just hung out here with him and just protected him.
Wow.
Neat.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
I wonder what made him pick the Baraboo Inn. I mean, it was just so far out of the way that.
I'll tell you, the hub for the Chicago Northwestern Railroad was right across the street from me, and from us, and it was a destination from Chicago to Baraboo for the train. And right across the street from the train station, and I think that had a lot to do with it. But it's well documented. There's been numerous gunfights in here, though. This place is built in 1864, not 1964, 1864.
Mm-hmm.
And it was built during the Civil War. Okay, and downstairs was a winery and a brewery. Upstairs was like this, a saloon, and then upstairs was a brothel. It was a by the room by night or by the hour, and we got at least 30 spirits stay here all the time. This place is a porthole or a transient, basically a communication point for other spirits. And there's portholes in the building where you can talk to past loved ones. And we had that just countless times.
Happens.
Even my own sister, 13 days after she passed, came to talk to us.
Oh wow!
But this place is just off the charts, crazy haunted. We've got, besides of the nucleus of the ones that stay here, we've got they come through here. They it's like when the old train depot was in use. there's different ones come and go every day, so it kind of keeps it hard to keep track of who's here and who's not. We've got like the gambler that comes through. We got several cowboys come through. We know we've got a couple past owners, several past owners. We've got several different cowboys. We've got several different gangsters. We got a lot of the ladies are here. They didn't value ladies' lives back in the day that we do now. And I'm sorry. Well, that's brutal living. It's just brutal times. But as a brothel, there's a lot of illegitimate children around. A lot of abortions, a lot of forced abortions. A lot of forced abortions basically happen in the basement. And so we got a lot of children's spirits here. And you'll see them clinging on to ladies' legs, like just hugging, because most of them didn't know who their dad was, or their, and they used to hold. We're in the gangster back bar right now.
Yeah. Wow. You remember that,
Michael?
Yep.
And,
yeah, like
we do show back here tonight, but there is a porthole over here, which we don't usually talk about, but the nasty guy, comes up and goes down. But they used to hold church services back here for the ladies on Sunday mornings.
Really?
That's wow. All right.
It was called Bender House in 1864.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, you do what you do during the week, and I guess you can confess it.
Saturday's the party, Sunday's the forgiveness. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
late Sundays.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good. I'm checking into that. Just kidding.
Got it.
Just kidding.
Then Michael off the church, everything just went so goddamn well. And we just lit up each other. Our energy was fantastic together.
That's great.
Nice.
I've ghost hunted several locations, and without a doubt, the Baraboo, it had the same feel and the same kind of energy that Bobby Mackey's had. And I've been to Bobby Mackey's now 4 or 5 times. I've been there a ton. And if Laura's watching this, hello, I hope she's doing well. She runs the tours down there. But the Baraboo Inn has the same almost feel as Bobby Mackey's. It was really interesting because the amount of activity that went on there, it blew me away, because I was like, okay, we might capture something. But wow, was I wrong. I underestimated the Baraboo Inn. And that was the first time I actually had something kind of thrown at me. I actually had a pebble, which I'll show here in a bit, tossed at me, which was really cool.
It's never-ending energy. It's just it's all the time. It's stuff, and it's just continuous. Oh, yeah.
It's a hidden jewel. What you guys have is such a hidden gem, of so many stories, history. Just so much energy in that building. I just don't even know where it's even coming from, or I don't know. It's a weird feeling, and. I'm anxious to get.
There's been numerous gunfights in here. A lot of people perished in here, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, through the years, it's been here 150 years. The history here is tremendous, and it is extremely haunted. And as people are finding out.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Hey, Ross, have you been there?
I haven't.
That place? Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's like if you've been there yet. So I know where Ross and I are going to be going when we get up to Wisconsin. When it's spring.
I would jump in the car right now.
I know.
It's 20 below. Got snow coming
like
tomorrow.
I said, when it's summer or spring.
Well, I think it snows here till what, June, July? Does it snow till July? Sometimes, maybe.
This year we never know. We never know.
Yeah.
We were in Bel Air and it snowed there.
Yeah, Bel Air house in Bel Air, Ohio.
Yeah.
It was snowing there. When did we go there? Was it September? No.
I can't remember.
No. It was, oh God, I can't remember either. Was it April? I don't know.
I've had snow on me in Albuquerque in May.
Albuquerque? I didn't even know it snowed there.
In May. It was weird. Yeah. I went to bed. I woke up. There was snow everywhere. You just
I think that happened to you too, Ross, when you were in, what was that, Wild West place that you woke up and there was snow everywhere?
Wow, I've been to a lot of them.
I know. I can't remember. I think it's the one where your great uncle Clay Allison.
Oh, Mike's been there too.
Yeah. The St. James Hotel.
St. James, that's
in-
right. St. James.
Yeah, that's another great place. BC and they ghost hunt. I'd love to take them if you guys ever want to do some haunted road trips. That's something that we kind of do. The past couple of years, Ross and I have done it with June, and I mean, heck, we pretty much invite anybody, really, But that's one I'd like to go back to, is the St. James Hotel out there, New Mexico and Arizona. That's my next road trip I'd love to do. Go out there for about a week or so and ghost hunt those places.
Mike keeps teasing us with Canada. He's like, "Come on, guys, get to come
Oh
to
yeah,
Canada."
Yeah, and then there's Canada, Mike,
nope,
up
you
there.
can't come in.
It is
Borders
untouched.
closed. We're knocking at the door. They won't let us in.
They won't let us in.
Yeah. Mike's standing at the other side and just going, just kidding.
To Americans.
Yeah.
Just jump across the board. Just jump. You'll be all right.
We can investigate the peace arch. Yay.
Ride the moose across.
Yep.
Yes.
Michael, we'd love to have you come back here and finish up your ghost hunt. I know that night wasn't long enough for any of us. It just,
Oh, I know. That's I'd love to go back there. I know Madison and I are already talking about reserving another night here soon, with more cameras, more equipment and stuff. I know right now we're ordering more gear, more thermals, and it's just such a big place. You really have to have a bunch of equipment, in order to cover the whole grounds. And I only had my little, I call it my Goodwill, because I'm a cheap ghost hunter. So I have my little, whatever I get my hands on filming. I think I was filming. Madison got mad at me because I was filming with my cell phone and I was filming my other camera. I'm just like spinning around, filming everything. I looked ridiculous, but well, shoot. Do you guys want to go ahead and view one of the videos?
Yeah,
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I got like ladies' brothel upstairs ready to go.
Show that little orb. So because we've been
Slimer.
talking a lot about dust and orbs, the Slimer thing. I call it the Slimer because I felt like Bill Murray from Ghostbusters. This is
And
pretty
I
cool.
did call that one Slimer orb, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm just waiting for the computer to queue it up. Give me a
Queue it
sec
up
here,
there.
folks.
And one thing I will do is all the videos and audios, due to Facebook decreasing the quality of the sound and audio, I will post them. I'm going to give them directly to the Baraboo Inn so they can share it on their page or whichever they'd like to do.
Cool.
And yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we've got it up here. You might have to turn it up. No, this one is the orb, so we don't need to worry about audio here, but here it is.
So if you look at that chair, there's a weird light and it just kind of starts floating towards me.
oh, just came right at you.
It does,
Yeah,
it does,
that's why I was calling it Slimer.
It does remind me of
the
Slimer.
room.
It was interesting, because
Too bad it isn't green.
typically with dust and orbs and stuff, it's so hard to tell the difference. But that one just had me dying laughing. I love that video so much. I was like, this is. But a little ball of light. It was floating right towards me, and I could see it without my camera too. And I was like, "What is that? Is that a bug?" So I just sat there and I just filmed it, so I could see it with my own eyes, which was
Actually,
really...
Michael, dust orbs are fairly easy to debunk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's not.
that don't look like a dust orb to me. But
Yeah.
what? So I'm trying
That's
to.
going from room to room.
Yeah, what room is that?
Yeah.
I see the
So-
chair from the.
Yep.
Um.
It came up through the bedrooms, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it shot through both door frames, and I was sitting in the bed. I was talking to any of the women. They like Southern men or whatever, and
It is
next
like
thing I
men.
see- I don't know.
Weird.
I guess so, But I'm sitting there just asking questions, and I'm just holding my camera there because I thought I heard footsteps in that next room. But Madison's sitting in the living room, so this is the room that's the room that it's flying out of is where the loft is. I
Yep.
guess, like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yep.
I've been touched in that doorway
Yeah, that's the
more than
chair
one
in the
time.
room.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
so after this video, I was sitting there on the bed after I recorded this, and I was so mad I didn't have enough equipment to film this. I was real upset. But I woke up because I just laid down for a minute, and I just kind of closed my eyes. I was getting kind of tired, and something had grabbed my ankle. Like it was a full-blown grip on my ankle, and it was pulling me underneath
all
the...
the time.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was coming from underneath the bed to make it even scarier for you, like a horror film. And I was
Boogeyman.
just like, I was like, dude, is something trying to pull me under this bed? So I jumped up. Madison's in the living room. And I'm like, there's a dang monster underneath the damn bed, you know? So I shot up.
Did it get your attention, Michael?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I was like, man, my mom lied to me. There are monsters underneath the bed, especially at Baraboo Inn. So,
Were you
I
awake
shot up.
then? Were you awake
Oh,
then?
man, I was wired. I was up the whole night. So I'm looking underneath the bed thinking, this is insane because something literally grabbed me. And I don't know what it was. I usually, I go to all these haunted places, and I usually don't get grabbed like that. I've never been grabbed like that in my life. And that's after several stays of ghost hunting. But feeling the fact that I could feel like the actual distinctive handprints on my ankle was bizarre.
Yeah, that happens all the time here. It does.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
People touch, people get grabbed, people get scratched. I shouldn't say they get scratched, but they get scratched.
People get touched like that here, and then they tell me, and my reaction is always like, "That's awesome." And people are like, "No." Some people are like, "No, that's not awesome." I'm like, "No, that's yeah, it is."
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I've captured.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, exactly.
But this video just really blown me away because even before that thing starts shooting over, you can actually see the dust go off of the little bed there, and the little blanket there. And I was trying to debunk it. I was looking at it several times, and I'm like, this thing's blue. It's just I couldn't explain it. There's no way I could really, figure out what.
Yeah, and you said you saw it with your naked eye, but not just through the camera lens. You actually could
did.
see it. So
that's awesome.
I thought it was a bug, but I'm like, man, it's negative like 100 degrees, man. All the bugs are dead. Dang ice cube bug or something. So I saw my own eyes, and that was I've seen orbs, I guess, before, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
No,
back to the touching here. People get touched in some pretty erotic places once in a while.
Yeah.
There too. Wow.
Yeah, zippers have been unzipped.
Zippers are just targets for them. Zippers come unzipped.
That's insane. Oh my gosh.
Now I know Ross will really want to go.
Yeah. Guys at the bar will be sitting there and just start going, oh.
I'm making a note of it right now.
So I have a question for Ross. What do you think of this? Is it?
Well, if you're claiming to see it with the naked eye, then obviously that validates something.
Yeah.
It is more interesting that you can see something in the distance and then it shoots right towards you. So that definitely makes it a more interesting flight pattern. That for that to be dust, that means a breeze would have been blowing right directly towards you for that to have been reflecting of a dust particle.
Yeah, there's no way we left any windows up. I was freezing. Oh heck, I was freezing even in the bar. You could ask BC or they were dying laughing.
Or could it be a sequin that's just flying towards you?
Sequin.
Yes.
You see with your own eyes, it's sparkly.
It's funny because it reminds me of an orb that I actually experienced way back in the day, early 2000. We were investigating an inn, and it was great because had the camera on it, and here it comes up the hallway, and then it just stops and it hovers in the hallway for like less than a minute, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then all of a sudden it just takes off. And I was getting ready to show everybody, and I realized I forgot to hit record.
Oh no.
Hate when that happens.
Oh man.
Hate when that happens. And that was back when we had to use film, so you didn't just record everything because you'd run out.
Exactly.
I mean, orbs are so common here, it really doesn't trip my trigger to see this one. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Orbs are flying on here all the time.
Oh yeah.
And you see them all the time.
That's awesome. That's a really good capture.
That's a good capture.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I appreciate it. Like I know Nate, you spent a lot of time with your team called RIP, and I guess you guys have captured different things like this or similar to this.
I was actually just going through some footage where I left the camera in the basement, and there is some.
Stuff moving.
Yeah, there's people down there, but there wasn't people down there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so there was a couple. It was one like this, but it wasn't the same flight pattern, but it was very similar to that, and it was right around the execution pole. So.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that execution pole.
Yeah.
Oof. That pole gave me the heebie-jeebies. I guess I'll have you all talk about the execution pole down in the basement.
What is an execution pole?
Yeah, I have a feeling it might not be a good place.
Yeah.
Something about its name
I'm
makes me
assuming
think.
it's not,
It's not a good time.
Okay, well, this building is not held up by posts or anything. It's held up by trees. Okay, hand hewn bark off the trees, and this tree it's got so much. I don't know how to say it.
It's this energy.
It's terrible
like,
energy.
I've
residual
put before, and you can feel pulsate the energy come up your hand and,
okay. Well,
and your arm.
There's bullets at headite. There's bullets at stomach heights where they used to put people against the pole and execute them.
Oh.
And there's been people roped to that sucker. Children sodomized on that pole. Ladies here stripped naked, beaten to death on that pole. It's got a lot of bad.
A lot of bad energy.
Wow.
Yeah, you can actually see the bullet. I think there's some bullets still in there, if I'm not mistaken. But
quite a few.
Yeah, you can still see them in the wood, and that just blew me away seeing all that. I was like, hey, you can actually see, and you can actually see the stain of blood on the wood there.
It keeps bleeding through. It's been pain, the blood just keeps bleeding through. And I hate to tell you this, but I bought this place, is all dirt floor, and there's bodies buried under some of the portion there, but there was so much blood around that pole from years of torture and abuse. And when I put the concrete down, I trapped all the blood energy in the dirt.
Yeah.
And it really, really showed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've seen this movie. Yeah.
Put the concrete over there. But it's just tremendous energy. It's just that's bad energy.
Yeah.
So is this an actual working inn?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it's
so when
bar restaurant.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can. What were you gonna ask?
I was gonna say when Mike, when you did your investigation, were you the only person there?
I was the only person there because Madison and I drove through a snowstorm to get there. And so that made it more like The Shining feel. I love that feeling where you're just trapped and you cannot escape.
It was early for them.
Yes.
So we closed.
And the only guy I met that night was this gentleman. He's actually become a friend of mine now, but he was a bit drunk. He kind of joined us for dinner. He's a character. But he invited himself to dinner with us. So I said, all right, man, come in my car. I invited a complete stranger to my car, but but we had dinner together. Lovely man. I hope he's doing well.
Most horror movies start this way.
Right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And
then that's when the snow came while we're eating dinner. So I dropped this man home. He was drunk, and I said, have a great night, And then I drove through the snowstorm. I'm scared. I've never seen this much snow in my life. So there's no one there at this place. So it's just Madison, myself, and then Nate and BC were there. And then they left around 11 or 12. I don't know how you drove to Madison, Wisconsin in that. Nate, that's
a four-wheel drive truck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it.
I'd just walk. Oh heck, I'd probably freeze to death too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
that
that movie doesn't end well either.
No, it doesn't. Nope. Seen it several times. Never.
Yeah.
ends well.
But yes, to answer your question, we were the only people there, and there was no one else in the bar. Awesome. Nothing. It was a complete controlled environment, which I was all about. I was like, okay, this is great. And
we took advantage of a slow night, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to close. Let's do this. Let's do this. Remember that?
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they closed it down early because we were actually hearing we were sitting there, when I was we were kind of just introducing each other. And we were hearing footsteps upstairs, and all of it's abandoned. It's all empty. There's no one up there, and it's padlocked. So we were hearing some footsteps coming from upstairs, mid-conversation. We had to stop. Yeah. And you could hear it sounded like cowboy boots literally walking. No. And I just had to start filming immediately. It was just one of those quick,
Oh, yeah.
I just don't, yeah. But, so yeah, that was something else, I guess that was probably one of those nights I'll definitely never forget, especially with how isolated it was and how cold it was for sure. And I don't know. I think the spirits are waiting for us. I think they were trying to lure us in. I don't know. I have no idea if they were. But
you and Madison are just tremendous energy here that night,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and you're so attentive, and Madison's intuitive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talking to her about her gift
Yep.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Trying to guide her a little bit, and we just had a heck of a night. It was awesome, and they were putting on a show. Mine and Nate's energy just is tenfold. We get together, we're just super.
Oh yeah.
Everything bouncing off everything.
Yeah, so BC was helping Madison. Madison is a sensitive. She can pick things up, and she's very, very shy about it and doesn't open to many people about it. And
I just read her. I didn't mean to read her, but I just started flowing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she's very quiet about it too. She can pick things up, and there's been times that she's proven me wrong for sure, because I'm on the more skeptical side of things, and so I'm like, well, if you see things, I need to go check it out and try to debunk it and figure things out. But she's proven me wrong several times. So,
I just started telling her about herself. I didn't really mean to, but it just came out. We were just, one of those times where things just roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. And absolutely.
She's just like, I amazed her.
Yeah.
And
you did.
She's an amazing person. She's got a lot. I told her about her gift and just started rolling with that, and she's just incredibly in awe. And
you could see her lit. She was lit up. Like we both saw it. Like she was lighting up in this place. Like just you could see the glow. You could see that she's got like you said, she's sensitive, but she's got a gift. She definitely does.
She's got something.
She has to let the door open a little bit. She has to explore a little more. I know that she's fighting that right now, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. But I know. Yeah.
Yeah, like Chandler in chat says, intuitive folks always call each other out. You just magnets and things. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually attracted to other people that are sensitive, it's under. I think it's I feel their energy.
Yeah.
And I try to bring it out in them.
Yep.
Nice. Now, how long have you been working with that?
Well, all my life.
Okay. All right.
I've always had something extra, but I think this place has really brought it out of me. Yeah. And I had a physical thing happen to me years ago that changed my brain.
Okay.
And it opened so many doors. And then I had a couple. I just sometimes just talk to people and start reading, and I don't mean to, but it's just, and they're just like, oh my God, this guy's right on.
Oh yeah.
And it's becoming more and more and more frequent. I have not really learned how to turn on, turn off yet, but if I just open my mind, just let it flow, it flows. And I've got a couple really good mentors that are trying to teach me. And they're fantastic guys. They really are.
Wonderful.
We deal with like the top 5 psychics I ever met in my life. I've dealt with like 300 or 400 people that claim to be mediums, claim to be psychics. Well, some are just nutcases, But
yeah, as long as they're well-meaning, but
Some are just freaks.
Well-meaning nutcases, yeah.
Sorry, we're not meaning to talk about you, June. That's okay.
I'm a psychic as not even a rock, a piece of gravel.
A potato?
A potato. I think I'm less psychic than a potato or a turnip.
I see.
It's
and how long have you been having these feelings, June?
One of those things where, people are like, I think you have some sort of energy around you. And I was like, if I would have had that psychic intuition energy, I wouldn't have made the choices I've made in my life. I mean, I know there'd be some little voice that said, no, don't do it. But
run.
No voice. Yeah. There was no voice.
Nothing ever tells me to run.
June, that little voice is always saying, but it's on sale.
Yeah.
Clearance.
That's true. Like the dog boots. Those little dog booties are going back.
Yeah. Well, what else do you have to share with us, Michael?
All right. So
Baraboo Mike?
I guess since we're We're talking about Baraboo Mike.
All right.
I thought it was called. I thought it was called. I don't know. I was calling it something else. Calling it bamboo or something. I couldn't even. I kept calling. I didn't get Oshkosh right until like 4 months of living. I kept calling it Ashcash. So I mean, my pronunciation of Wisconsin's terrible.
Oshkosh for gosh.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ashcash for gash. You know. But I guess we'll go over, since we're talking about the poll. It's going to be kind of hard for everyone to hear EVPs. So yeah, Jake, if you want to show them that Mafia EVP, I sent you.
1 sec while I cue that up.
Queuing it up.
So it's only a few seconds long. I try to make them as short as possible so you can kind of get right to the center of it.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, I'm going to email you guys these, the original files.
Cool.
And you guys, yeah.
Okay, here we go. So it happens right at the beginning.
Yeah, I hear.
You can hear something.
It sounds like he's swearing.
He is.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard effing nice.
It's either effing nice or effing Mike.
I hear a nice. I mean,
It's effing something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or is there mice down there?
Oh, yeah.
We have mice.
Effing mice.
Hey, I've said that same thing.
No, not that time. I mean, I heard something different that time. Hang on. I thought it said effing dick.
Yeah, that's actually what I
or
effing dick. Yeah.
You know, we're doing Chicago style. It could have been, you know, fucking Jags. Fucking Jags.
So what was interesting about that is I listened to it over and over. Sorry.
I hear effing knife.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely effing something.
Yeah. See what you're learning on Mystic Moon tonight, kids?
New word.
You're not supposed to be.
You want me to play a few more times, or you
Yeah, a
guys
few
want to
more
discuss?
times.
Okay,
Few more
I'll
times.
do 3 more times. Here we go.
Okay.
It sounds like fucking nice or fucking nice.
Yeah.
Or dice.
It sounds like that, or it might be. It probably isn't this, but for some reason I hear, for F's sakes, for F, you know, for fuck's sakes.
You know, I was
Maybe
about
Yeah, I
ready to
can-
say that
yeah.
myself.
I can
Effing
hear
night.
that.
Almost sounds like there's a long A.
It's like,
Oh, I don't know. That's
I
really
don't know.
hard.
I like
Well,
the
you can
title.
enhance
oh yeah, we
See what
definitely.
the-
Once you send the files, we'll enhance it too.
Yeah, we can.
That's a good
Go
count.
back there and ask him what they said.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
keep
Well,
this.
There now.
Downstairs
Can
right
go
now.
to
We'll
work.
be back.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Well,
Bring them back up.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Let me play this. Let me play it twice more, just for the fans out
Sure
there.
thing.
Hey, we're right over the pole right now.
Okay, that's the poll. Okay.
One more.
I think maybe something.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be.
What camera were you recording on?
That was on. So within a few minutes, no joke, I had all my equipment fully recorded. I recorded off of this cell phone because it drained all of my batteries within 10 minutes of being down there. I've never really had a place to do it that quickly to my equipment. So I had both my batteries charged up. I was ready to go. I was getting amped up. I got all my memory cards ready. I'm organized, and bam, 10 minutes later, all my batteries are dead.
This happens
And-
here all the time to
Yeah.
everybody. It's not just you, Mike.
I was so mad. I was like, oh my gosh. So I was pretty pissed off. I was like, man, I was so bummed out. So I switched. That was on my cell phone.
How cold is it down there? Is it pretty cold down there, or is it?
It's like underground temperature around here is like 56, 58.
So it's not like outside temperature. Yeah.
No. Michael, now you got something you can use next time you come here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the interesting part too is, oh yeah. Go over there and start playing it in there.
Yeah, no,
And,
that battery
oh,
I gave
gosh.
you. That battery.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah,
use.
that's right. That's right. And I wanted to thank Nate so much for this. He gave me a battery pack that charges your equipment, and he was super nice and gave me one. I told you I'd pay you something for it, but I've been using
No.
that.
The only reason why is because I've done so many investigations here that I know what happens here, so I have to get those. Otherwise, you don't get anything. So no, definitely utilize that because that's awesome. I don't have my cameras die here as much when I use that.
I have a big supply of those, especially with my GoPro cameras, because the batteries only last a certain amount of time, and I just have my extendable batteries. And
it doesn't only drain battery energy, it drains energy out of people.
Oh yeah.
When you come up out of the base, you just feel so goddamn drained.
Maybe I could get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, like
maybe not.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So
you might get grabbed under and pulled underneath the bed.
I'll definitely be up then.
Did you get any clear photos of the pole, or like where the bullet holes are?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I did. I'm going to post those later on. It will be on Creepshow, and also you can check out the Old Baraboo Inn on their page, and they have tons of photos of it.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure BC and Nate have way more photos than I did. I took a bunch, but I haven't posted a lot of them yet because I wanted to wait to reveal everything.
Cool.
And so, yeah, the interesting thing about that EVP was it has a Chicago accent. Obviously, you can tell I'm not from here at all. So, it wasn't a Tennessean accent. Even if I whispered, I even tried to recreate it by whispering. I tried all kinds of things. I was like no, it's a Chicago accent. Yeah. And the fact that Al
Capone in blue jeans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a blue jeans. So like, I was just,
buddy.
Yeah.
We'll all fit you. You're gonna go with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that EVP blew me away. I could not debunk that whatsoever. That sounds to me like it was one of Al Capone's people probably torturing someone down there.
Remember what Ross always says: go with what you know and not with what you think you know.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
You always have to remember. Yeah, I like to throw that out. That's like the only thing I remember what Ross says. So I like to throw it out.
The only thing.
The only thing.
The thing about that room and where the pool is when I was down there, I don't know if you remember this, Michael, but I was standing closer to the pool. Your
ankle got grabbed.
Yeah, I got grabbed. My ankle got grabbed, probably similar to what.
Man.
Yeah, I got really pissed off.
Right.
I stand next to the pool because there's a negative energy that's on the other side that I feel like I always have to, with BC, I always feel like I got to be that barrier between that. Yeah. And I got really upset and pissed off. Then all of a sudden my ankle got grabbed and I was like, holy, I jumped. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, it's always, but
I forgot that happened to you. Yeah. That's, oh my God. It gives me chills because that happened to me, upstairs.
Scared the crap out of me, but then I was like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody's got an ankle fetish.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, that's fun.
Becky, you've done a lot of research on the old gangster hangouts down here in Kansas City. Do we have a place like this?
Not to that extent. Unfortunately, a lot of Kansas City's history is torn down. But there are the old places blown up. Yeah. Sadly, a lot of those places got blown up in the 70s. But there are a couple buildings that were Pendergast, Tom Pendergast, Boss Tom, that are still standing. So, but they've not had investigations in there because the people that own them aren't open to that. Might be something like that going on.
Well, this place was 1989 had a huge fire here. Ironically enough, I was the last customer to walk out the door the night of the fire, and the guy that owned it at the time said he was going to burn it, and I just said, "Well, he did." But anyways, it sat empty for 10 years, and the city was about to tear it down. And my dad owned a bar a block up the street, which was called Long Branch Tavern, which was the Effinger Saloon, which was the Effinger brewery here.
Oh,
And
cool.
they tore that down, and that was a haunted building. It was a 3-level building. But what a tremendous loss of history.
Oh, it's sad.
Because this city with a 25-foot hole in its roof, just no windows in it, just bricks all falling apart, and they were going to tear us down. I said, no, I can't let that happen, and that's why I took on such a tremendous undertaking. I rebuilt the whole building, and I think the spirits appreciate that.
That's why you have such a. That's why you have such a draw, like a, the spirits are here, and I'll be honest, the good spirits protect him here from the bad, and that's exactly what it is, and you can feel that.
I worked on this place for over 4 years before I got it open. Everything in here is all hand built. I built everything in it. Michael knows the bars, the aromatic cedar, only red cedar bars in the state. I mean, everything in here is special. The barn board's off my old granary out to the farm, which was built in 1899. I reused a lot of things, but everything in here is special. Yeah, and it's just an awesome place.
Nice.
The thing that struck me the most about your place was the fact that you have. Is it okay if I say this about Ed Gein? That Gein knife.
Yeah,
I did show you.
Yeah, please share that story. That was crazy seeing that in real life.
Go ahead and tell it.
You want to tell, or you want us to?
Y'all go ahead and tell it. You tell us about it.
So. You start it.
Okay, years ago, a buddy of mine went up to Ed Gein's auction, all right, and bought a few things up there. And he was, I'll just tell it just the way it is.
Yeah.
And he got some of these items from there, and everything bad started happening to him. He lost over 50 birds, his rabbits, his cats, his dog started eating each other, and then he lost his wife.
Oh my gosh!
And he's telling me, he goes, he bought a pair of skis from him, Ed Gein skis, snow skis, and this and that. He's like, BC, I got to bring these skis on. I got to bring these skis on. I'm like, no, I don't want those skis here. I don't want. And he's like, no, I got it. And there's like 3 or 4 years. He's like, I'm going to bring in those skis. I do not want. I'm not going to sell them to you. I just want to give them to you. I said, I do not want them here. Do not want anything affiliated with that at all. And then one night. This guy, my buddy, walks in the freaking door with a pair of skis and something else in his hand. And we were busier than hell. And he came in the door, went in the back bar. And then when I found out, I said, look like he carried a pair of skis. And I'm like, those better not be those Ed Gein skis. And then he goes, I'm like, yeah, Tom, what are you up to? He goes, oh, just dropping those skis off. I said, what do you mean dropping skis? Well, I'll throw it for the other guy. I'm like, what other guy? Well, the other guy. Yeah. This other guy. And I told him, I said, I do not want you to have those skis. I said, they're bad juju. They're just, and then he holds his hand. He goes, here, hold your hand. I said, what? He puts this razor knife in my hand. I'm like, what's that? He goes, well, that's Ed Gein's razor. Do you know what he was doing when he got busted? He was skinning his mother.
Yeah.
Okay. I no comments on that.
Yeah, no.
Right.
And I got this freaking bad vibe. I'm like, whoa, I'm just like, oh no. And I went and I went out to the front bar, Michael, and I sat it down on the back bar. And when I did that, there was like 2 bar stools in the whole bar that weren't taken. One of the bar stools on the very corner of the bar flipped over, went about 4 feet across the floor. Just boom, man. I'm like, just when I set the knife down. And everybody's like, hey, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? I'm just like, oh, great. Here you go. And then I had another psychic in here that night, too. And we're just both kind of beaming on this thing. I'm like, I don't like that. She's like, I don't like it either. She goes, BC, you have to get that in a mason jar trapper right now. I'm like, well. So I ran downstairs, found a mason jar, put it in a mason jar, put a lid on it, and the freaking lid's going, bonk, 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 bonk. And she puts her hand on top. She goes, stop it, just trying to stop it, and it wouldn't stop. It was.
Wow.
I'm not cheating you one bit. It was unbelievable.
Right.
And
I know a guy who has a haunted museum.
The guy told me, I don't want you to have them skis.
So I took the skis, and I had
and
I had a knife as well that I don't have proof that the knife was Ed Gein's. I was told that it's a very old knife, but I didn't take it home. I'm not dumb. I put it in my storage, and then I donated it to a museum where he had spent some time, so now they're not around me, not bad juju, but I can see the razor.
See the razor right here, dude. And I don't know what to do with that. I'm not sure where that's going to end up yet, but
yeah,
it's all trapped in a
mason jar. At the Old Baraboo Inn.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal seeing it. Like Ross actually has a book called Haunted Toys, and he wrote about haunted items and stuff like that. And that's why I wanted to bring that up, because Ross has written books on that, and he actually has haunted artifacts from all over. I guess Ross can talk.
How did that happen when I showed that to you? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I think it was, we were talking about, Matt and I were talking about going up to Eggene's plantation.
That's all you ever talk about.
Yeah, I know. I got an Eggene. I know. But we were talking about it, and I said, man, I'd like to go camping out there on the plantation one night if it's legal, to go camping out there. But I think
just a razor knife appeared in a mason jar. I said, hey, look at this.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm like hanging on to Eggene's knife, razor or whatever, razor blade, or I don't know what it was. I guess shaving or something.
Yeah,
but,
that's a straight razor. Yeah,
straight razor.
Straight razor. And the fact that that was sitting right in front of me, I was like, oh my God, that was surreal seeing that in real life. You can tell it's from that era in the 1900s too, just because of the old, wood on it, everything.
In the
about
1900s, it sounded so.
Back in those 1900s now. Back in those times.
Back in the 1900s.
Yep.
And knowing Mike, he probably would have tried to use it too.
I want it, man. Look at this. I got a shave, man. It's growing out. I grow my beard out. Well, wearing these freaking masks, I get to grow my beard out and hide it. So it's kind of nice to keep my face warm in the winter.
I said that sucker's not coming out of that jar.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, I mean, you got to keep that in that jar because it's a piece of history, and it's.
Is that like with break in case emergency?
Right.
Yes. It's an emergency. That's one of those things.
Gotta be a hell of
an emergency. I was going to say.
If it breaks, it's an emergency.
Yeah, if it breaks, it's an emergency. Yes, that's good.
But no, it was wild seeing that. I just didn't know if that was contributing to some of the hauntings there. That'd be wild.
Just recently got that.
Yeah, that was about
a couple
months ago. Yeah, so it's it's fairly new here.
Yeah, y'all need to just put a camera in front of it for 24 hours and just kind of go through it.
A bad idea.
Yeah,
good idea.
Just to see if anything happens. I mean, Ross can tell you a little bit about it. He studies it a lot.
Yeah. What is the book called, Ross? That I'd like to actually read up on.
Well, the one that he's talking about is Haunted Toys.
Okay.
So I talked about a lot of cursed dolls and toys like that. We are working on a book that's going to go more into haunted objects alone.
Nice.
But Ross has a pretty good collection of haunted objects.
Yeah.
Right now they're in storage, but someday soon will be out.
June's got one with her right now.
Yes, Mr. Creepy is sitting in my room. He's a.
Are you sure he's in your room this time?
I'm pretty sure. I have to look behind me every time I say that. But I borrowed him because I didn't want him to be in storage. But he's a ventriloquist dummy that was made in the image of the ventriloquist, and he used his own hair.
Oh wow!
So it has
everything about that is awesome.
Yeah.
Wait till you see him. He's pretty creepy too. And that's not the name I gave him. That's the name that the storekeeper actually named him because
really, I love
she was having these freaky experiences with him. His head was always turning in a different direction.
His
eyes would look in a different direction.
Hey, sounds like Lurch. He's our greeter.
Yeah. Oh, Lurch. Oh,
well,
man.
Lurch, come on, Michael. Talk about Lurch.
Yeah. Oh, Lurch. Oh, that they got to come up and see that. That's a surprise for
his eyes move. He talks. He's not even plugged in.
Ooh.
We had a fog machine that's gone off many times, not even plugged in.
Yeah.
A fog machine, you said?
Fog machine.
Yeah, for during the Halloween times. And
just
stuff.
to get in the mood set when the ghosts walk through. Let's get some fog in here.
Yeah.
Let's make it more special.
Lurch is kind of special. He's he's got one that hangs out in him, a low-level gangster that kind of inhabits Lurch. You see him when he comes out, he'll come out of his ear as a mist, and he goes into his ear as a mist.
Weird.
I haven't really talked about this too much, but and he's got syphilis. He's a low-level gangster. He stinks. He smells like rotten meat. You can tell when he's out. I mean, I'm not kidding you.
Yeah,
I believe
Sounds
it.
like a great roommate.
I didn't tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, where's those?
Man, yeah, that was cool seeing that. Yeah, Mike, Canada Mike, you were going to say something earlier, and I'm sorry. I know people were talking. It was about haunted museum, or
I was pushing I was pushing Ross's museum.
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the objects. Wink.
Okay, that's what it was.
Unfortunately, because of COVID, they had to put everything in storage for a little bit, and
yeah.
So, but one day they will know the
thank
light of
God,
day.
because if we had to pay rent for a full year, not having anybody
Customers,
and no tours going on right now,
tours,
it'd be
it's like,
horrible, and
I would have been
nobody.
in so much financial trouble. I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine, how haunted that storage unit is right now.
Yeah.
Just heard a cat meowing. There's no cat in here.
Yeah,
All those dolls are screaming and ripping at the boxes, trying to get out.
Here,
All right.
It's gonna be tiny little doll finger scratches
Yeah.
on the lids.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
None of you guys have a cat, do you?
We have a
No.
cat. No.
No, do
I
any
have
of you
lots
guys have
of
a cat
cats.
with you or around you that would meowed?
No, mine are asleep.
We just heard a cat meow.
Yeah, we did a cat meowing over here. There's no cat in
There's
here.
We have a ghost cat too.
Oh, we got animals.
Animals. You bet. Ghost dogs, ghost puppies, ghost cats.
Yeah.
We got video footage of ghost cats knocking stuff over upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll show you that stuff.
Well,
Oh yeah.
you guys.
Come up next. We'll show you that
And
stuff.
we got a lady sitting on the other side of the bar where she just heard the teeny, teeny bell.
Yeah.
Like next when the whorehouses and teeny, teeny.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
There's a Nick Sarlo in the chat, and he said, "Hey, old Baraboo." Oops,
hey,
sorry.
Nick, how are ya?
Okay, that was it.
Well, you guys want to hear another audio?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
We've got how many?
We've got
Jake?
4 left. We got
We got-
ladies brothel upstairs, boosted EVP for Go, enhanced Psy, and kids voice.
Play that kid's voice. That was kind of wild.
Okay.
I wonder.
This one's
say
going to
that
be
again.
softer, so you might have to crank things up even with the.
Yeah.
So let me cue this up.
My dog's getting all stirred up here. What the heck's going on?
Okay.
I just
Ready, folks?
Just saw one.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold up 1 second, guys.
Just saw one.
What happened?
Okay. Sorry about that.
You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions. You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions.
Happens at 3 seconds.
You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions. You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions.
That almost sounds mechanical.
You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions. You want to stay in that room? I'll ask some questions.
Kind of like a squeak.
Yeah.
There's something there. I
You want to
can't
stay
really.
in that room? I'll ask some questions.
Something like that. I want to hear the whole audio.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying there.
What I'll do is I'm going to send you guys the whole clip. I just sorted down due to time restraints.
Oh yeah.
That's why. So what I'll do is I'll send over the whole audio for everybody to hear and listen. And who knows, you may find something that I missed. So
Well, that's the thing. It takes 2 or 3 people every time to look stuff over and listen to it before.
Yeah. And I always have like these big pair of headphones on when I'm listening to stuff too. So.
Get my Bose
Yeah.
headphones.
Yeah, when I've got
yeah.
when you hear it with the headphones on, it's a bit clearer than probably what you're hearing it with.
I listen with the big cans, not the little buds.
You want to stay in that room? I'll ask
Yeah, because
some
I played this
questions.
one about 8 times while I was trying to boost it, and it really sounded like a little girl saying 2 or 3 things.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, I was thinking little girl saying something too, but it's just not quite clear enough for me.
Yeah, I couldn't make out the words and stuff. It was really soft, so I
Mhm.
boosted this 400%.
Oh wow.
Yeah. One sec.
Cool.
I will. You want me to play another one, Mike? Tennessee
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. Well, let's see which one's on there next.
We've got Enhanced Psi, Boost EVP Go, and Ladies Brothel upstairs.
Play that ladies brothel upstairs. I don't remember
Okay.
which one that is.
This is another one where it's going to come in the second half, and it's also kind of soft, even though it's boosted 400%. So let me. So if you don't have headphones on, I don't know what's going to sound like through. I've got big headphones on right now, and everything sounds good to me. So here we go.
Is there a lot of ladies that come around here due to the brothel upstairs?
To me, it sounded like someone speaking through a radio or a CB radio. It's like the last 4 seconds of the clip.
I was gonna say,
Well,
I
it's
heard something at
interesting.
the end.
Is there a lot of ladies that come around here due to the brothel upstairs?
So one thing I want to include is, and due to time restraints, I did have to crop the video. This was at a point where I had a pebble actually bounce, and you'll hear the actual pebble bounce on the ground at the very last second of that video. And like I said, I'll have to send you guys a full file. But
Well, let's play a few more times here.
Is there a lot of ladies that come around here due to the brothel upstairs?
You hear that then? Yeah.
Is there a lot of ladies that come around here due to the brothel upstairs?
She's over there. Just heard something else.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the pebble. I'll have to definitely, when you send that, I'll have to put some headphones on.
yeah, I'll send you guys the full clips. And
Yeah.
like I said, if you guys hear anything else, I mean, please let me know. This was kind of fast tracked because I had college start up and had economics. I had 3 tests this week. So I'm like so I still have stuff I haven't even fully reviewed yet. This is just some of the highlights that I found pretty quickly, you know, that blew me out of the water.
We got stuff going on right now.
Yeah, there's stuff
Yeah.
going on.
What'd you see earlier? What'd you see earlier?
I saw a apparition in the corner.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You said apparition was it? What kind of apparition was it?
Something wearing a light color.
So you could see it. You didn't just see a shadow.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, he saw a full. He has a tendency to, well, because he's here all the time. But I see more shadow things, like shadow figures and stuff. He'll see full apparitions, and then, I mean, there's been times where I've seen them too, but it's just like it's never ending. It's never ending.
It's constant energy here. It's just
and I can hear things,
sleep.
you know, and there's one other person, but they're not in the area that noise is coming from. She's in the restroom. We're hearing like somebody's behind the bar, and there's nobody behind the bar. Well,
and my dog's acting funny. He's looking around.
Yeah, Jacob.
But that one was a good one over there.
Yeah,
it was like a lady with a white gown. I don't know if it was Sybil or not. But,
Sybil, yeah.
But it was just a flash. Just went this way across the door.
Wow. Cool. Have you been able to get any names or any idea of the identities of any of the?
All kinds of names, all kinds of people. We know. Sybil, we got Mary, who is one of our prominent ladies here. She's appeared numerous times to all kinds of people. Appears in the ladies' restroom. Appears on the dance floor. To the houses of rocking. And it drove me nuts for years. I couldn't figure out why next to this song. Well, then a psychic guy, freaky guy, came in one day. He goes, hand me this note. he said, and Mary's name was on there. She died September 9th, 1903. Well, 1903 is the number on the jukebox that song is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, hey,
cool coincidence. Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
Oh yeah.
Great connection.
Yeah.
We got Sybil, we got Mary, we got Karen, we got Chris, we've got
somebody they call Cowboy.
We got Cowboy. He's from the Oklahoma Panhandle, Texas, northern Texas area. He's a tall, slinky, slender guy. Very
loves the ladies.
Very, very polite. We've had him on umpteen freaking EVPs.
Yeah.
And we got him on video. People just see him walk through the back bar. From the front bar, you know, you look through the back bar, you know what I'm saying, Michael? You can look through the doorway. They'll see a cowboy walk through and they go, hey, who's that guy dressed like cowboy in the back? What do you mean? Well, the guy's dressed like cowboy. He's a long, tall guy. He's got a brown hat, a brown vest. He's just polite as heck. I found out his buddy Devin killed him in the back bar.
Wow.
Back corner here, yeah. And that was not good. His friend Devin killed him. And we talked about that one night, and the chalk and everything started flying off the pool table. Just stop it. That's enough.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, we've had several times here investigators say, "There's one. There's one over there," and said, "Hey, I wonder if Cowboy like a beer." I'm like, "Huh?" He's a cowboy. Well, oh yeah, of course you like a beer. Well, BC buy him a beer. So I went and got him a beer. So here you go, Cowboy. Here's a beer for you. And we played that back. It said, "Cowboys like a beer?" He said, "Yep, yeah, I would." He's kind of got a little southern drawl to him, you know.
Yeah.
Like somebody else we know.
Yeah, like somebody else. You're on the back bar, okay, in the gangster back bar. I said, "Here you go, Cowboy. Here's a beer for you." He went, "Thank you."
That's cool.
Yeah.
Polite. Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he just got upset when we were talking about him.
Oh dang! I thought I heard a bang in the background. I didn't know if that was one of y'all or if it was coming from the Baraboo Inn. Well, you guys were looking somewhere. I heard a knock or something. I don't know if that was someone else's camera.
Not here.
I'm not sure. I don't know if that one was or not.
I'm gonna mark this for when this is published, so I can go back and listen to the audio.
Good idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good idea because since you guys are filming from the Old Baraboo and we're talking about this stuff, you never know if we're actually capturing something right now while we're speaking about it.
Well, I'll tell you, I just was interviewed by, can I say their names or not? Or
Ghost, the
I think
Fright
so.
Night?
Yeah, no,
The show?
Yeah, I was just interviewed by, Ozzy Osbourne, his son Jack Osbourne.
Oh.
I was just interviewed by him and the Ghost Brothers.
Yeah.
We got another Travel Channel show just coming out really quick here.
On
And
Discovery Plus.
Yeah, Discovery Plus.
and I told those guys beginning of the interview, I say, now listen, guys. So just when you play this interview back, play back very slowly. You might see a mist, might see a anomaly, might see an anomaly, might see an orb. You might see something that's like, really? I realized, yeah, it happens here all the time. It's 24/7. It's not just rainy bars or rainy nights at bar time. It's all the time.
Yeah.
And then, and about 3/4 of the way through the interview, I lit up. I'm like they were talking to me like, hey, hold on a second here, guys. Hold on. So we got somebody here right now with us. I looked up. I said, I don't know who you are, but we're doing a TV show about you right now. And right then, a shadow figure walked behind me.
Cool.
The other one goes, hey, I just saw something, man. I saw something. I just saw it too. And I'm like, well, I told you. I told you guys. I told you somebody here, And then, well, turn that thing around. Is there any windows on the wall? I said, no, there's no windows on the wall. Well, turn that thing around. Is there windows on the wall? I said, no. If I turn around, all you're going to see is a popcorn maker and a coffee maker.
Yeah.
Turn around. I said, okay. Turn around. He goes, oh, man. All I see is a coffee maker and a popcorn maker. I go, here you have it. It's coming up pretty quick. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got a couple other TV spots. We just shot a TV show on here Saturday, and it was just unbelievable, the energy. I mean, did I show you that video yet?
I seen it. Okay, I seen it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's pretty awesome.
It's really awesome. So we're starting to get the notoriety that it deserves,
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a hidden gem. It really is. That's what I love about the Baraboo Inn is, I mean, you guys are very hidden. Not many people know about y'all. I didn't. I just Googled top 5 most haunted places in Wisconsin. Y'all came up, so I was like, all right, we're going.
Yeah.
That's really what happened.
We're also top 10 in the nation. We're like 6
Yeah.
or 7 food network.
Yeah.
Haunted restaurant.
So I had to go check it out, and man, I underestimated it. I underestimated it completely. It blew me away by how much activity was going on throughout the whole night. And I know it's an old building, and it was snowing, so the buildings do make noises. But the fact I was capturing those EVPs was unreal, and just all those weird noises. I couldn't. That's why I'm anxious to get
all the footsteps we heard that night, and just
that was.
And when we were in the basement too, we heard footsteps on the main level. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even on the main floor. No, there's no one. And that's what just blew me away. I was like looking around going, is this like, I had no idea.
This is for real. This is for real,
right?
Michael.
Yeah, it was for real, and I had no explanation for it. I even there's a tunnel in the basement that Al Capone used. And I guess you guys have it boarded off or walled off.
I built a dry storage room across there to stop them from coming through, but they just go right through anyway. So
Oh, okay. Like, there's no rats in there. I mean, you can tell it's fresh. It's very clean.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, Michael, when you and I went in the room, the interrogation room, I had never been in there before.
Ooh.
And when you and I went in there, you could feel
I felt 2 or 3 of them come out. I could feel
they came
when
out.
you guys walked out, I could feel 2 or 3 walk out of there.
Even Madison was up with BC outside, and they're like, they
just came out.
They just came out. So, but
that room was where I had that little pebble thing kind of flung at me, and that's why I jumped back. Like I was just like, "What the heck was that? Was a rock just thrown at me?" Or I was confused.
So Madison didn't throw the rock at you and just like.
Not this time. Not this time around.
She throws bigger things. Come on.
Oh yes, that's true.
More like layups. Sometimes layups. Sometimes you can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do you guys have access still to the tunnels?
They were stoned up during the end of Prohibition.
Okay.
But I got access to it. I've always wanted to take one of those goddamn cameras on, snake camera, and drill a hole in there and look in there and see what
that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Find Al Capone's hidden treasure.
You got free labor. I'll help y'all. You got free labor right here. So
yeah, there's Al Capone's hidden treasure in there though. Maybe Geraldo Rivera can go in there and
yeah.
Open that vault again.
Old enough to really
remember that Geraldo special.
The Geraldo special.
Live opening the vault.
It may even increase the activity there too if you all do that.
You never know. Yeah.
How much more increased you want to?
How much more activity you want?
Talking about?
We got to go all the way up.
Goddamn walls now.
We got to crank that up. That's wild.
Would you have to get a permit to make a trapdoor thing in the walled off part, or is it several feet thick? Or
permit?
Yeah,
what's a permit?
Permit? I don't know.
Permit?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that what they don't know won't hurt permit?
That's kind of
exactly. Building permit, building renovation.
All just fell
that
over.
type thing.
Beg for forgiveness and ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Beg for forgiveness and ask for permission.
Exactly. Yep. All you need is a hammer drill and a sledgehammer or 3.
Yep.
Do you actually know where the tunnels are?
Oh hell yes. Okay. We got a ghost cam set up over there, and when I was remodeling this place, like I said, it took 4 years. We had. Did you see that?
No, but I saw the same white thing you saw earlier.
Okay.
About 5 minutes ago.
And we had heating and cooling guys down there and this and that, redoing everything, and people would just walk through the goddamn wall. I mean, just apparitions walk through the wall. You just stand there, you hear all kinds of voices coming from behind the wall. You're like, what in the heck is going on? And
I feel like I see the mind is just spinning here. That's what I feel like when Ross is asking questions. So
Ross's mind is always spinning.
Like a little gerbil.
You know, like,
let me cut you off, BC.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll tell you one heating and cooling story. The guy's down there, and he's like, I come down, and he's like, "Were you just down here?" I'm like, "No, I was not." "Well, you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." He's like, "Well, somebody just walked through here and called my name." I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, and he's like, "They just walked that way." I'm like, "Well, I'm the only one here," and you know, he's like, well, what the hell's going on here? And I said, "Well, this place is haunted." He's like, "Haunted? Holy!" He'd been down there all week by himself. He's in my basement.
But now that he knew,
He's like,
yeah.
"Well, I seen this. I heard it. Blah blah blah." He's like, "That's it. I'm on." He starts packing up his tools. I said, "Now listen. Now just hold on here.
Just finish your job.
I'm gonna really call your boss and tell him that you're pussying out because you got ghosts." He's like, well, no, don't do that. I said, "Well, then get down here and finish your freaking job."
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, that explains everything. I've been sitting all week." Blah 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 blah. I said, "Well, I'll stay down here with you. I'll help you. I'll hold your hand, help you hold these last things up and get it done." He's like, "Oh, would you really?" "Yeah." I said, "I'm gonna call your boss and tell him that you're afraid of a freaking ghost. Is that what you want me to do?"
They would have said, "Yeah, call Wendy. She's the apprentice. Make her go down in there."
Down there.
Speaking of the basement, real quick, Michael, I know when I was down there with you guys, I think it was just you and I, or no, Madison was down there too.
Mhm.
I think BC had went upstairs after a point, and I remember you mentioned something. You're like, "Oh, if I hear something, I usually run towards it." But something happened to you. You didn't stay put. Was that when the pebble got thrown at you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because all of a sudden you're like, it was crazy. It was awesome. I mean, it's, obviously, something happened.
Remember by the liquor room door? By the liquor room?
That's where it was, isn't it?
Where it was.
Saw a shadow figure walk in there or saw shadow figures over there, and you heard somebody talk to you or something? You went right over that door?
Yeah.
So what had happened was, this is a funny story. So I kind of connected
It's a funny
together,
story.
thinking about this. So I went back there by myself, and I'm asking questions. And then, that little tiny pebble fell. It was thrown at me or something. I thought it could have been an animal. I don't know. It scared the daylights out of me. And I thought I heard something else too. So I started to walk back into where the pole is, where people were shot at. And that's when I caught that EVP, and I believe it's saying "fucking sakes." That it's over me. It's over my shit. That I'm going down there and I'm asking questions. Like, this guy just won't get out of here. He keeps asking us questions. So I kind of related those two stories, and I thought about that for a second. When I'm in that dude's room asking him questions, he's throwing a pebble at me, and I'm not running from him. But I jumped back. I really did. It startled the crap out of me. I ran down the hallway going, "Oh my God." And then I walked into that little where that pole was, and that's where I caught the DVP. And I think it might have been that entity. I don't, I have no idea.
Well, Mike, people pay good money for good torture. Right.
Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I know. Oh, I know.
That cracking on the basement here.
Oh yeah. So that was.
You're interrupting a good time. Come on.
I think I was. I think they were down there doing God knows what. I came down there and I was kind of pestering them. And on top of that, being a Southerner up in the north too, and I'm sure they're just probably shocked as all get out, because Baraboo, from what I can tell from that town, there's not a lot of people that come there from out of town, if I'm not mistaken. So, they're probably just fascinated with me because of my accent. I mean, that's kind of what I believe.
There's been a lot of Southerners in and out of this building, though.
Oh, yeah.
Has there? Yeah, with the cowboy,
Cowboy, he's got a drawl to him.
But probably not recently, not as recently, so I bet you that's, well, yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, when us being down in the basement, that's probably one of the longest amount of time that we've been in the basement at one point, you know what I mean? Like at one point in time.
Except for big studies.
Well, right, for the big studies, but I'm just saying, like, so when we first went down there, BC says they're playing cards. Remember that?
Yeah.
They're playing cards in the back room. You can sense it. So maybe we pissed them off. We interrupted their card game. And you kept on asking their question. And
he threw a little pebble at me or whatever, whatever that was. And then I caught that EVP when I ran from it. He's like, "Oh God, he's interrupting my game. Get out of here." And in fact, you could tell it had a Chicago accent. That's why I'm excited to send it to everyone on this chat.
Awesome. Madison was feeling all kinds of energy in the basement too, and she was feeling the bad energy.
Oh yeah,
reassuring us, don't let it into you, don't let it bother you, blah blah blah. And she
got pretty spooked. She really did. She was pretty spooked. I remember she was even spooked upstairs. You know, she didn't sleep at all. I slept a little bit, but then I got grabbed and I was wired. And we ended up. Oh no! I tried to for 5 minutes, and then I've never been grabbed like that in my life, and that was wild.
So sad for you.
I know. I know.
The heck of a confession.
Yeah.
I know. Like that was
Very sad.
don't tell Madison that. Well, she will watch this tomorrow, so I'll probably be in trouble for saying that. But you know, that was I'm ready to go back, you know, and bring, you know, Ross and them from Seattle would be absolutely a must.
So did Madison I mean pretend to be one of the girls or pretend to be like the madam or something like that just to see if there was a little bit of a rise out of in the brothel area?
But that is
that might be a good thing to do.
That's a great idea. We were both talking about that actually.
I love being a madam. Yeah.
Madam.
It's really fun in brothels.
Well, it puts those girls in their place.
And then later on, it's like we see the
would that be mistress over madam? I'm sorry.
Yes, the mistress over the madam. No, we see the light going back and forth. After I pretended to be a madam, I was in there all by myself, and one of the big lights all of a sudden started swinging back and forth. And that's when I had to apologize and say, I really am not your madam. I'm really not going to make these changes. I'm really sorry for deceiving you. Please don't drop the big pay. Yeah. Please don't drop the big light on my head. But that was pretty interesting. That was in the Canada.
Mm-hmm. I said Barkerville.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
I have COVID brain.
Mike.
But yeah,
COVID
was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that video, Mike?
I haven't.
Me in there in the it's a Saint. Is it Saint John?
St. George.
St. George. Yeah, I knew it was John or George.
Wow.
One of those.
I guess I'm thinking the John.
Ringo. Yeah.
I'd love to see the Barkerville video.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was pretty interesting.
Jake, do you have the Barkerville video?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
I think he's got how many more EVPs do I have left?
You got 2 left. These ones are actually pretty clear.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to play one, just pick one. Pick one out of the hat there.
Let's do, because this one's just quick and easy to do. Let's do Psy.
Mm-hmm.
Not SAI as in Electra's gonna stab you, but SIGH. I'm like, dude, man. Okay.
That was a
My computer. Okay, let me share this. Why don't you set this up, Tennessee Mike? Where was this in the place?
This one, I think it was right when I said, I think this is okay. We'll have to play this one again. Go ahead and play it and see if anyone can tell.
That's the tunnel room right there.
Okay. So I think this one comes about 5-6 seconds in.
There's something in this room right here. Did you use this tunnel? It was right.
Yeah.
There's something in this room right here. Did you use this tunnel?
Yeah.
It was right. There's something in this room right here. Did you use this tunnel? It was right. There's something in this room right here. Did you use this tunnel? It was right.
Yeah. Who knows? It could be going, huh?
Mhm.
I don't know. Did you cut it off a little bit, or I heard something, but all I heard was like.
At the very end,
you hear that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's just a noise. Yeah. So I tried to actually recreate that when I was listening to it because I was repeating the phrase. I actually wrote it down on paper and I reset it just to make sure that it wasn't me doing that. So right when I end the sentence, "Did you use this tunnel?" is when my breath was already out. So I already I wouldn't have had a chance to go because all my oxygen was already out of my lungs. So that one kind of struck me a little bit. I tried to debunk that one, and yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. You know, but that's also the same room where that little pebble was thrown at me, and I got up in that. You know, so I don't know if it was related to that situation. So I was kind of drawing that whole scenario out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So let me play the next one, which is when you listen to this one, because the EVP comes over Mike when he says phone, which is about in the middle of this 8-second clip. So listen for that. I did try to boost it, but it's the kind of thing you can't boost it too much because Mike's still talking, and so it would clip and you get weird distortion out of it. So I try to work with it. Ready?
Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no, it's a bad.
So again, with phone, listen for the second half of phone. You might have to turn it up a bit.
Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no, it's a bad. Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no, it's a bad. Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no,
yeah. So when he says phone, you hear the at the over it, but it's kind of higher pitched sounding.
Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no, it's a bad.
I can hear that, but I can't tell what it
upstairs.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no,
I hear a strong O sound, so I'm thinking go or no.
Go. That's what I thought too.
That's behind the execution pole. That's behind it in the that's where that negative entity hangs out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe yeah,
we did one more time.
Battery while we're going upstairs. I mean, this phone will work, but I hate using it. But yeah, no, it's a bad.
Yeah.
It's a tough EVP. Like I said, I'll have to send you all the original files, and you guys can blow it up, mess with it. Unfortunately, I didn't really have enough time to mess with it. This week's been chaotic. This could be with college, but but yeah, that was interesting because hearing that to me, it sounded like go upstairs, and then but yeah, that's all I have for now. I still have a lot more evidence to actually still go through that I haven't even gotten to touch yet, and I'm kind of eager to get on.
You got a lot more than you think you got, Michael.
Yeah, especially when you start going.
Yeah, like I said, I was just so surprised Baraboo Inn had that much energy because I haven't heard of y'all until recently, and then so it was just
Circus
a
World is in Baraboo.
Oh, I know.
Haven't you been to Circus World?
Yeah. Well, I used to be a street magician, believe it or not. I really did. I was a street magician.
Circus World. I enjoy Circus World.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It's
very cool. It's very cool.
And they have a very cute little zoo.
Yeah, just 2 blocks down the street.
Oh, cool.
It's awesome.
Oh, man.
You could walk there in the summertime, but you don't want to right now. It's cool for you, Michael.
No, man, I drove my car out on a lake today. The other day. That scared the crap out of me. I was like, I've seen all these people do it, and I'm just like, well, my car's got insurance and it's got a warranty. Why the hell not? But so I figured, well, let's just try to stretch this warranty out and see what it'll pay for. So it's a new 2021.
But do you know how to swim?
Yeah,
right.
In sub-degree zero temperature water.
So I was scared. I went about 20 feet out there, and a lot of people from Wisconsin were looking at me kind of funny because I'm just like fascinated by the ice. I'm taking pictures like, what the hell is this? I've never seen ice like this before. And I'm like touching it and stuff. And these people look like they're just looking at me. They were staring at me like I was on drugs or something. It was hilarious. But
just touching the ice.
I've never seen a frozen lake like that before. Like Tennessee, they freeze. Even in Washington, they freeze. but not that much. That was like Ice Age stuff. Like
how thick is that ice? I know that they allow ice fishing there. I'm like wondering how far down they can.
It's real thick.
I was gonna say
15 inches. Is that right?
You're driving on it.
Is that what it was, Michael? Is that what they told you? Because yeah, I'm sure that obviously it has to be pretty thick here and drive a car out there.
Yeah, I hope
know.
so.
I'm from Wisconsin, so
Well, they say 4 inches will hold a car, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, like I felt like I was in the movie The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. Half the time I'm living in the state, you know. I'm like, you know, I don't know if
That's
y'all have ever
Ross's
seen
favorite
that movie.
movie.
The Thing.
Started.
That's what it feels like,
Movie.
That's not.
you know, living up here, driving across the lakes. I was blown away seeing that. I've never seen that in my life, you know. And yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
you're braver
surviving
than
it.
I am. I don't think I could. I'm too much of a control freak. Just going out on frozen
No,
lake.
June will
Even-
drive down cliffs. That's what
Well,
she'll do.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
the GPS tried to kill us one time when taking us a shortcut down the side of a cliff. And then I stopped the car in the middle of the cliff and said, Ross, you drive.
Oh my gosh.
I was
Oh.
terrified.
You didn't want to be
Oh, yeah.
responsible in case we all died. You
Well,
know?
it was your
Right.
car.
My new car, brand new.
His
at the
new
time.
car, his brand new car. And we're going on a washed out cliff road. Oh my God.
Washed out Cliff Road.
Yes. It was like, oh crap.
Mhm.
And he's like, turn around, you. And I was like, how can I turn around? It's like this steep. Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ross has survived some car trips with me, and he still hasn't. Yeah, he'll still get in the car with me, I guess. I've driven Ross
know,
from
For all
New
I know,
Orleans to
Daddy,
Milwaukee.
You're all part of my nightmare.
Oh, I know.
Could be.
So yeah.
Into my nightmare.
Oh, Ross and I, we've got some stories, man. That's another time. But we've been in the car for 24 to millions of hours, all the way from New Orleans all the way up to Milwaukee and back. We were just ghosts on all these random places. Like, oh, look at that cemetery. Let's go run around that cemetery. All right. You know,
Really fun.
some families go to Disney World. I go to insane asylums. You know, it's
There you go.
you know, everyone's got something.
Got to do it.
You should make a point to say abandoned old insane asylums, you know?
Yeah.
Just
It
say-
does make a difference. It does make a difference.
Yes, that is true. You know, like, I mean, that's more my, now I know Nate and BC never got to meet my little brother, but he'll come up here and go something with us. He's kind of the urban explorer type. He kind of goes into these abandoned places. I'm afraid to run into like some crackhead or something. I've had,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm not going in there. It's probably some
Yeah.
dang homeless man eating who knows what down
Brains.
there.
Rats, roast
Yeah,
rats.
rats.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know, I watch all these videos on YouTube with people going to these places by themselves, and I'm like, you are.
That's
I mean, I
crazy.
know you want that, you know, kind of
That
adrenaline
picture,
or
but
whatever.
push, but that is
You know.
so freaking stupid. It's like
Yeah.
never
Oh.
go to a
Well, you
place.
see all those
Bad
videos
idea.
where they claim, you know, on ghost hunting in an abandoned place, but you never know if it's really abandoned.
right.
Very
People
well.
Oh, did you hear
living
that
there.
noise? You know, it could be, you know, homeless Fred that lives in the, you know, the
Yep.
basement.
Yeah.
Family of
Or the-
squatters.
Yeah,
The
family
rotted
of squatters,
floors
yeah.
giving way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Like there's so many cool places in Gary, Indiana that are abandoned, and there's these churches. It's beautiful. But man, me being from Tennessee, driving around there, oh Lord, they'll probably kidnap me or hold me for ransom. I'm afraid to drive through there. You know what I mean? Like
You
I
guys,
saw.
you guys drove up to that old Casey cemetery in the middle of the night, or no?
Oh, we did. Oh, so
In the middle
so
of
for
nowhere.
people's information, the old Casey Cemetery is in Kentucky. And yeah, we'd recently talked about this, I believe, but yeah, it's like 10 miles in the woods and you lose all cell phone reception, and some witches and witchcraft was done out there. And
It was like you
it's
saw
haunted.
some witches running,
Yeah.
flying across the
I
road.
probably did. You know, it was just, it was insane,
They're
but
on their brooms, June. You're right.
they're on their brooms flying around. But you would see all these
Playing
dolls.
Yes.
Oh, man.
We gotta do that.
Like witches do.
You know,
Witches do.
it's witchcraft.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. That place is so cool. Like I'd love to go back there again, but I'm really scared. So it's out in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, and there's these dolls that move around on their own and stuff, and they're thrown all over the dang cemetery, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So if you get a flat
There are
tire,
dolls in the cemetery.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and they move on their own. And
there's a big children's section there and
Yeah.
everything.
I wrote about it
yeah.
in my book, and it's
Excellent.
basically it's an old cemetery. It's literally in the middle of the woods. You have to go down this long, it's like a couple
Dirt
miles,
road.
dirt road in the middle of the woods, just to get to it. And apparently, and this is true because I found the newspaper articles that validate it, that sometime in the 80s, a cult was doing animal sacrifices there. And so for a while they kept finding these dead animals, and so it was called the killing fields for a while, because they kept finding all these dead animals that had been sacrificed on tombstones and stuff. And since then it got this notoriety of being one of the most haunted places, because they say a lot of people, when they go to investigate this place or check it out, because of the urban legends or stories, they claim that the children will whatever was going on there, they claim that they stirred something up or awakened something or summoned something. And so there's this dark presence that they claim that walks around the cemetery, the perimeter of the cemetery, and it scares the spirits of the children. And so if you go to visit the cemetery, the children don't want you to leave. They want you to stay and protect them. So a lot of people have said that, when they turn around to leave, because obviously you have to leave in your car won't start. And so, in fact, there was a car that was abandoned there when we actually went there, and somebody had set it on fire.
Double yikes.
Yeah.
So that was the story. Is like, if you're going to go there, you have to bring some sort of offering,
pennies or
children,
something,
dolls,
so
pennies.
Yeah,
That
so
makes
they'll
sense.
let you go. And so, of course, we learned about this, and so we left money. We didn't have any kid toys.
Oh, I threw pennies at them, man. I was throwing pennies left and right. I had a
Please
Dodge
let us out.
Challenger.
Doing right here, Michael.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I made it rain in pennies. But I had a Dodge
It's not the
Challenger, and I
stripper.
took it all down through there.
The stripper cemetery.
Oh no!
This is the children's cemetery.
Like I just,
It's like
I went all out. I was like, here you go, Ross, throw these pennies everywhere, man. We're getting out of here in my car. That Challenger, I'm surprised I even drove that car down that road, because that Dodge Challenger, man, that driving it through the middle of the woods in Kentucky, I mean, that's pretty risky for a Challenger, for a rear-wheel drive
It
car.
sounds
I
like
mean,
you take many risks
BC
with
knows.
that Challenger.
Yeah, it's made
yeah.
a lot of risks with that
Ice now, come on.
Oh well, no, that was my Subaru out on ice. So I
Okay.
traded it in for a Subaru.
That's right.
Because I had to. It was just time to hang it up. I bought that Challenger in Afghanistan, believe it or not. I really did. That's a true story. That old Challenger I had. I bought it in Bagram, Afghanistan. Yeah.
Oh.
And so they shipped it over on like a boat or a plane.
They
No,
drove
no,
it over the
parts-
frozen ocean. Come on,
the frozen
dude.
oceans. Yes.
The frozen
But,
ocean.
Pay attention.
That's amazing.
yeah. But oh man, I was separate with that car. Ross knows. Like, oh man, I take that thing on so many haunted road trips with Ross, man. I'll miss that car already. Heck, Madison even got me a little picture of my car that I sold. I didn't want to give it up, so that was my Christmas present. I didn't want to give it up, but I had to, because there's.
Hey man, come
I think.
on. They'll make you give up your nice car for a van for the children. Come on.
I know. No. Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord, no, man. We're free here. We're too free for that. We like to have fun. Like we honestly we're having too much fun. We don't really want to do the kid thing yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a couple of years with that one. Yeah. But we
let's
got more
mark that
haunted
down
places.
right now.
I know.
Somebody mark that on a calendar.
Oh, I know.
Next week,
So-
surprise you guys.
Surprise.
Now he's gonna hyperventilate.
Cliffhanger.
She said it was
Oh,
safe.
Lord.
I guess not.
Oh Lord, it's gonna be scary times. But that's more horrifying than ghost hunting right there. Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Waking up at 3 a.m. just screaming in the middle of the night. Oh hell no.
I can tell you this much, Michael. I got 3 kids of my own. My 9-year-old is very interested in investigating with me.
Aw.
But,
Oh wow.
Dolls, she says, I'll go. Can I go ghost hunting, Dad? And I said, well, we'll give it a few years. As long as there's no creepy dolls, I'm good. So
Creepy doll.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so cool. She's getting into ghost hunting. Like, man,
yeah.
I'm wanting to do some more ghost hunts. I know the pandemic slowed things down, but I'm working on trying to get a chance to go to Veliskin. All y'all are invited, of course. It'll probably be by the summer. I don't know about for spring break because, man, this is gonna be a rough college semester for me. I'm terrible at math, it turns out, so I got to really tutor it up. But so like, I'm waiting for around June to go to Veliskin.
What about June?
Oh no, we're going to Veliskin. We're going to Veliskin June here.
He's making plans for you, June.
Oh no, making plans at the Axe Murder House.
That's one thing. I just hate the month of June because I get whiplash every single time because I'm thinking they're talking about me. I was like, what?
Well, most of the time we are talking about you. It's okay.
Yeah, they probably are. And they said, "Oh, it's just the month of June. I wasn't saying your name."
That's the excuse I say when I say I hate June. I was talking about the month.
Or how dirty June is. Great.
Oh, yeah.
That was just the month, June. I promise.
What a slut. The month.
The month. That's right.
So glad you clarify that all the time when you say that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, you guys definitely got to get up here sometime. I think it'll be good.
It's really good.
I feel like you guys' energy is pretty good. You know, it fit in well with Michael and Madison and everybody else. So I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely worthwhile trip for you. I'll guarantee it.
Well, we do love to travel. You know, we're one of the most active paranormal groups out there. We're the oldest ghost hunting group in the Northwest. So started my group in 2000, and we travel overseas every year. We used to go overseas and check out new countries
and Iceland.
Learn about.
Well, Ross, you're welcome here, brother.
Oh yeah,
I look. It's on my list. I definitely got you on my list. So
good.
I love to travel. I'm always all over the place. Every month I'm traveling somewhere, doing some investigations, especially for the books. It's just collecting stories and research, and I just love having the opportunities. And this year has been hard for everybody, I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully a lot of trips are going to be canceled. Hopefully we'll be making it to Salem, and is it not? Well, I don't know. Might still be too soon in the spring.
Hopefully get better soon, but it's wild. It can only get better from here, So that's the truth of it. It will only get better. So
not really, Mike.
Going downhill.
Not really, Mike.
I
hate to throw a wrench in this, but
you have to dodge that wrench like a ball, right?
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
That's what I learned in the basement at the Baraboo. You don't go fighting down in the basement.
Yep.
Learn that. You don't go fighting in the basement. Who said that? That was Brad Pitt in Glorious Bastards. Or no, who was that? Gunfighting in the basement. Was that in Glorious Bastards?
Club?
I think it was. Yeah, it might have been Fight Club.
I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
One of the other.
Bastards.
I didn't.
The one where he has the horrible accents in Glorious Bastards.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Brad Pitt.
When he's got that terrible accent.
Yeah.
That may be his real accent.
I was kind of surprised. Like, I saw it movie when it came out years ago, and I was just kind of applauded. I was like, this dude's acting like me, man. Where's my money? You know what I mean?
You know that Brad Pitt's from Kickapoo in close to Springfield, Missouri.
Missouri.
So Missouri, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
He's from the part of the state where they actually say Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah. Oh, Missouri.
Exactly.
Up here in Kansas City, it's Missouri.
Missouri, yes.
Oh, yeah.
A little more refined from Kansas City.
Yeah,
But then you get to St. Louis, and that's a whole other realm.
Yeah, I did my basic training there at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, or whatever. Yeah,
that's where my grandpa was stationed in World War II.
Oh,
that's the Missouri area.
Yeah,
Missouri.
Yeah,
that's a Missouri
of course,
area.
I just call it misery, but never mind.
Misery. That's
just kidding.
Misery.
Just kidding, Wendy.
Works for you.
Yeah, that place is.
I think that's what we should put on the license plate. Is
Misery.
Welcome to, and then misery.
But
just kidding. It's great. It's a beautiful state.
Oh yeah,
that's why
Lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else. I must like it.
I was planning on going back this year, but this last year, but things happened.
Yeah.
I thought they didn't want to let you back.
Changed.
Yeah, they'll let me back in.
Did you get it all worked out?
Yeah, I know the back way in.
I'm still working on that pardon, June. I don't know.
Try it. Oh God.
You got Wendy letting you in the back door? Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
exactly. Wendy's like, here's the underground tunnel, June.
Yeah.
You can get in Missouri this way.
I'll meet you on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah. Sad. But anyway, guys, we don't have too much longer in our show. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about before that we haven't mentioned, or you know, also, you know, how to get in touch with you? How can they go up there in the sub-degree below freezing weather right now and stay, which a lot of people actually really love. So
you can just get us on our Facebook page is the best way to contact us.
Facebook page, Old Baraboo Inn. You can message and get things set up, get things rolling that way. We do a lot of mini ghost hunts, things like that.
A lot of mini ghost hunts, a lot of custom ghost hunts.
Yeah. So
we're being pretty selective though on what groups we're letting in here.
Yeah.
Good.
And
but
Michael and Madison are welcome back. They're fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys.
You guys as well, definitely.
Any of you.
Yeah, it's but yeah, the Facebook page is the biggest way or the best way to get a hold of us, and then we can kind of explain things from there. But like I said, also look on there for the mini ghost hunts. We do events. We've got one coming up with a ghost camp in the dead of winter.
Yeah, it's a fun one. That's a real fun one.
Oh yeah, so we have
sounds fun.
Yeah,
a s'more bar. We get s'mores.
Yeah, do s'mores. Yeah. So,
is it tents in the snow?
Yeah.
In the backyard.
You know, obviously, like you say, with COVID, it's a little different than it's been in the past, but you know, you do what you got to do or what you can do with what you got.
Yeah, we keep our numbers down for our ghost hunts now.
Yeah,
we used to have really, really big events, but we're trying.
Yep.
Well, hopefully out where you are, you probably don't have a lot of cases. I'm hoping.
I mean, I feel like it came through town and then it's kind of left. So
well, hopefully it's gone up there.
Areas, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah.
It's a unique place, like Michael can say. It's. I've been to quite a few places myself, and
no other place like it on Earth. I was
to this place, and as soon as I walked in, I felt like I've been here before. So
well, I looked at
you never know.
And I looked at him when he walked through the door, and I was just like, and I saw a cowboy standing there.
Yep.
Like, this guy's been here before. He's my brother. I've known him in the past. And ever since then, we just really hit it off. It was just,
that's pretty cool.
The first night was just incredible.
Yeah, it was like
ever since you've been here. But I mean,
the first night I'm getting touched like women are trying to escort me upstairs. Like I've been like, where the hell have you been, Nate?
Talk about the inn, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
No, it's just a unique place. It's I've never been anywhere else like this, so it's pretty awesome. And you know, we're doing some things to the place. We're giving it kind of a little bit of a remodel inside.
Yeah, we sure as heck are.
We got some.
We're going to turn it back in the old brothel.
Yep, we're going to turn it back. Maybe back in the early or the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Got some satin sheets and.
Yeah.
Well, we got the brothel done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got some stuff doing here and putting some ceiling tiles in that.
Going back to the old copper ceiling
tiles.
Very cool.
They're looking for a Madam June, just so you know.
There you go.
Exactly. I mean,
I'll get him in shape.
We've done where you dress up, you know, 1920s.
Oh, you bet.
You know, and you know, I got the Capone outfit, so it's BC and the hat.
Oh, awesome!
You know,
we shot a lot of TV stuff in here. I don't know if you guys realize how much TV stuff.
There's quite a bit of stuff.
We've got a couple of stars coming Saturday night.
Yeah,
and just to hang out with us for give people some photo ops and
cool.
That's awesome.
Our karaoke going, and we got a mini ghost. We got our Valentine's Day mini ghost on.
And you can't forget that OBI Haunted Ale. Right,
oh my
Michael?
God!
The Haunted Ale.
Yeah, the
Haunted
beer.
Amber.
The Amber, yeah, that's right.
Amber.
Haunted Amber. It's
Where do you go?
Valentine ghost hunt. Oh my God, the lovers you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got our own beer brewed now for us. It's called OBI.
Oh Lordy.
It's really, really, really good. Even people don't like beer, like us, don't like it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
I'm not a
good.
big beer
Oh
fan.
man, it's good. It's good beer.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Y'all got the best beer I've ever had. So I mean, I'm sold if y'all are beer drinkers, man. It's Tennessee may have the Jack Daniel stuff, but Wisconsin they've got us destroyed in the beer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the best beer I've ever had is from here.
Yep.
Yeah, especially the remember they make.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely we definitely want to hear from people, and like Michael said, it's kind of a hidden gem, but it's starting to kind of come out of its shell, so to speak. And
I agree.
That sounds fun. I can't wait to go up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It's one that we're definitely gonna have to do a haunted road trip of eventually too. For sure. That's what I'd love to get, especially Canada, Mike, to whenever the borders open back up to get you to come down here. I don't know where you've been in America, but I know you. Where you at exactly again? I forgot. It's what part of Canada?
I'm technically Vancouver.
Yeah, it's really close to us.
I live in a small town called Surrey.
So close, but yet so far away.
Yes, it's so close yet so far.
High fives at the peace portal.
Yeah.
I just want to say, keep an eye out for us on the TV. We're going to have a lot more TV appearances.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's very well deserved. Like
yeah,
I said,
I'd really like to go up there and find the inside scoop of some of the TV personalities you've talked to.
The only thing is, with the television shows, a lot of times they, stretch the truth about certain events or lie about certain events to hype the show, and it's frustrating because being an author myself and having to research these stories, I have to debunk a lot of this stuff and I get into these arguments. Well, Ghost Adventures said this. Well, Ghost Adventures had it wrong. It's like I hate to say it.
We don't stage anything here. Everything is completely.
Oh no, not about you guys.
I'm not saying you guys.
The TV
I'm saying
shows.
the shows themselves.
I agree.
Yeah. I've worked with a lot of people that own businesses like yours, and the shows screw them over.
Yeah.
They say shit and make them out to be liars when they're not, just to hype a story or something that they want to promote.
Ratings.
Yeah,
This is the real deal here. It's everything. We don't stage anything. Everything just happens.
I'm just saying, be careful, you guys. You may get a lot of attention, but I've been on a lot of television shows, and they can make you look really good, or they can make you look like crap too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's just however they want to play it.
Deal with the media.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So just be careful. That's all.
Oh yeah. No, I
Thanks,
definitely
brother.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
we just want to get the word out there and let people know what's going on here, and the spirits like the notoriety
and the experience. The experience is the
experience
best thing that
is
you
here.
get here.
People just in
biggest
awe
thing
of getting touched or hearing this or seeing that, or it's
so many people that have been skeptics that have come in here, walked out.
Oh my God,
they're believers.
It's changed hundreds of people's lives that walk. Oh, this place can't be haunted, and they walk. Holy shit, is this place ever haunted?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
we're looking at it as a positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But duly needed though for to keeping an eye on some of the shows that are wanting to come in here. But definitely we don't want to be looked at in a negative light.
Not at all.
Right.
Because this place is real. It's a real deal.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I know. I'm firsthand experience now. Like y'all, like I said, hidden gem. You guys got everything that a good haunting has.
Yep.
I have proof now to show everybody, and you guys can share and show everybody. So I mean, the more proof the better, and the more credibility for y'all as well.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
We appreciate
Oh
you
yeah,
guys.
absolutely. I mean, I'm looking forward to going back here soon. We're already planning another trip here
Come
soon.
back, ride a snowmobile without your jeans.
Oh yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Like due to school restraints right now, I'm trying to get all that stuff situated. But as soon as that stuff slows down, I'm gonna go take a vacation up there at the haunted brothel.
There you go.
That's my vacation place now. So.
Well, we really, really thank you guys for being on the show.
Great
really
guests.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Guys are a lot
It
of
was
fun.
It was really fun.
Meet you in person someday. But like I said, thank you, and thanks, Mike, for sharing your evidence. Everything that was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Like I said, the Old Baraboo Inn will have all the evidence. So I'll be sending that over to them later on.
Get your good headphones on.
Yeah.
Well, before we leave, before we leave, Ross and Mike and Becky, do you guys want to just say how people can get a hold of you too?
Don't forget about Canada, Mike, too.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, the other Mike.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can find me, the Paranormal Road Trippers, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome.
No, you can find me at Facebook. I always encourage everybody follow me on Facebook. I have a public page out there. I do a lot of live investigations. You can always keep up with what I'm doing. My next book's coming out. I got 2 books coming out now, Haunted Historic Hotels and Haunted Prisons. So if you're interested in any of my books, you can always go to Amazon. And then, of course, once tours open back up, check out Spooked in Seattle if you're ever in the area. We've been voted as one of the top ghost tours in America, which was awesome. And otherwise, just check out A Ghost at aghost.org and see what we're up to and what we've done.
Yep, and you can find me on Facebook, Ghost to Go Go with Becky Ray, because I have to put my name in everything. Or you can go to ghosttogogo.com. That's same. Cool. That's me. Not the same thing, but you know, you find me both places. And yeah, I'm trying to finish my next book. Follow me on Facebook to find out if I ever do.
I give you kudos. I give you kudos for finishing your first. You know how many people that tell me I'm going to write a book and they never do,
and they don't.
That's me.
Yeah. So just to accomplish that one goal, that's awesome. It gets
Thank you very much.
There. You know, once you finish first, it gets easier.
And June's just going to skip straight. June's going to strip.
Straight
to the Audible.
That would be scary. That would be horrible.
He's talking about the month, June.
Oh,
the
month. Okay.
June's going straight to Audible. There will be no writing.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm just gonna. It's gonna be me
read my
rambling.
book to you.
My book is just me driving around my car talking to myself.
Yeah.
Except there's all of a sudden like, get out of my way, you bastard!
Oh, it's worse than that.
Yeah, I'm really bad road rage.
Move, bitch! Get out the way.
I've made up new words that makes Ross blush.
Nice.
That's pretty sad. But and Michael, you know, with Creepshow Paranormal, everything, you got that there. So
yeah. Creepshow Paranormal.
Jake.
And Jake with Ghostly Activities. Definitely check out Ghostly Activities. Ghostly Activities.
And check out our show, Mystic Moon Cafe.
Yes.
Most Wednesdays evenings, some Sundays. So there you go.
All righty then. Well then.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
thank
being
you all.
on
We
Old
say
Baraboo
adieu.
Inn. Tennessee Mike.
Yes.
Well, thank you all. Thank you so much.
And our other casts. Thanks, guys. So with that, I'll bid you an adieu.
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 And you.
All right.
It's over. All right. That's it.
Good night, everybody. Take
Good night,
care.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. All I realize is hard to take courage.